Beth moves into a sorority house, but she soon starts having nightmares where she sees a terrifying man and 3 girls warning her of danger. Her new friends tell her to just shake it off, but her visions turn out to be prophetic. A psychotic killer escapes from a mental institution and heads straight for the house as if he has some unfinished business there. Slashers from 80s are a unique phenomenon, but from the outside they can look like a murky stream, where it's hard to find anything resembling creative exploration or directorial vision. However, as with any niche genre, that's not entirely true. Within that murky stream, something interesting glimmers now and then, which upon closer inspection might turn out to be a solid gold nugget. Sorority House Massacre certainly isn't a gold nugget, but it's a curious slasher that fully deserves the cult status it has acquired. The film's roots lie in 2 more famous projects. Plot-wise, it's a fairly straightforward variation on John Carpenter's Halloween, and in form it's a clone of the less famous but still popular 1982 slasher The Slumber Party Massacre. The Slumber Party Massacre was quite financially successful and also earned the honorable status of the first feminist slasher, but the rights to the brand got stuck in a dispute between Roger Corman's studio and the original creators, Rita Mae Brown and Amy Jones. This prevented Corman from churning out sequels. He got out of this situation in his typical fashion. He simply rebooted the franchise, changing the title to Sorority House Massacre, and putting at the helm debutante Carol Frank, who had worked as Jones's assistant on The Slumber Party Massacre. Sorority House Massacre wasn't a super hit, but it still carved out its own place under the sun. Even though Corman eventually sorted out the rights to The Slumber Party Massacre, he decided to continue both cycles. So by the late 80s, Sorority House Massacre had 2 more sequels, even though they weren't connected to the original plot-wise. Interestingly, the Sorority House Massacre ended up being even more female-driven and, as much as possible, feminist. Frank focuses less on the kill scenes and more on creeping, atmospheric suspense and bizarre, even somewhat aesthetic dream sequences that recall both Giallo and A Nightmare on Elm Street. The heroines try to philosophize and delve into psychoanalysis. Even the nudity, which is a staple in these films, is handled in Sorority House Massacre in a rather casual, off-the-cuff way, without emphasis, with a kind of casual ease. There's no feeling that the actresses are specifically posing for the viewer. It's as if they're just living their lives, oblivious to their own youth and beauty. All this might make it sound like Sorority House Massacre is some kind of mini masterpiece of the genre, subtle and refined, but that's not the case at all. No matter how you slice it, on the surface it's a typical mid-80s low-budget trash with an undercooked script, choppy editing, and not always coherent casting. For instance, the local Dr. Loomis here is a girl who looks like she's about to drop everything and go lather up sexily in the nearest shower. But that's part of Sorority House Massacre's charm, that despite its outwardly tacky appearance, it puts the characters front and center and tries to tell a story. A story that succeeds not through its content but through its tone. Anxious, quiet, and, as much as possible in this genre, intimate. It's precisely because of this tone that Sorority House Massacre has not only been remembered but has outlasted dozens of its copycats.